Welcome to the first episode of Chillin in the Wolfden.
Hi, I'm your co-host, Jake, aka Perception7.
And I'm your other co-host, Ryan, aka B1 Ninja, aka Omnipotent and Omnipresent. On here, we are going to review movies, TV shows, comics, music, as well as come up with fun lists and talk about the different stuff we're into. Real quick, if you like this show and want more, share this video, hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell to show support, and run up the comments below. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit because it's kind of loud.
That's kind of loud.
I'll cut this part or something. Anyways, so today for our pilot episode, something pretty brand new that come out. How long is it? It's been only like a month maybe?
It came out December 15th.
December 15th? Okay, yeah, so just about a month.
Yeah.
So we're doing our Spider-Man No Way Home review. So real quick, if you haven't watched it,
spoilers.
Yeah, I suggest you either save this to watch later or fucking, if you don't care, I guess keep watching. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was your warning, because we definitely are going to be spoiling it.
Yeah.
That's kind of a review is.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's get this right out of the way. What'd you think? Did you like it?
Oh, I fucking loved it. I thought it was it really did, bring everything together. I really did like it, and it's, one of my favorite superhero movies now after I saw it.
Yeah, I gotta say, at first, I was really worried. I thought it might be...
Oh, yeah.
Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 3 all over again. I thought there might just be too much, and shit wasn't going to make sense, and shit was just going to be in there to be in there, but it was all cohesive. Even the fan service stuff, it made sense for the story and the plot. It wasn't just in there for no reason. So, I actually really liked it, and give me a month or two to sell it, but I think it is my favorite superhero movie of all time.
Yeah, now. It just, everyone thought it was going to be oh, this is going to probably be ruined, there's going to be, missing parts, but no, it all came together, and it was great.
Yeah.
So.
Alright, well, let's go down the list we have here. So, starting from the beginning, I noticed a lot of people getting this confused. They're thinking they based it off the comic, of course, now I'm forgetting it. Not One Moment. Well, okay, it's based off the comic One Moment in Time. That's what's actually based off. But there's another big Spider-Man comic, which for some reason I'm forgetting the name all of a sudden. It's been in my head for 3 days, and of course now I need to know and I forget. But everyone thinks it's the other one. It's not the other one. It's based off One Moment in Time where Spider-Man has Doctor Strange erase everyone's memory of knowing who Spider-Man is. So the movie starts out right after Far From Home.
Yeah. And,
we're dealing with all the repercussions, which I like how it kind of wraps everything up in 20 minutes and it's just quick and simple.
Yeah.
We got Daredevil and Matt Murdock as the Slayer to show up.
One of the greatest scenes. It was, when I first saw the movie, I, thought, oh, he's just a normal lawyer. But then when I saw it the second time, I was like, wait a fucking minute, that's Daredevil.
Yeah. No, I like how subtle they did it. They didn't give you much. They didn't have, some villain pop out and he had to fight. They're just nope, just catches a brick. It's enough for you to know. Mm-hmm. And so I thought that was a cool way to bring him in and do it simple, but not, overdo it.
Yeah.
I like how that whole scene, too, where he gets uncovered and Peter's, first gets back to the house and he's just trying to, distract everyone from figuring out what happens, but I want to talk. Why'd you break up?
Yeah, when they were just trying to bring them back together, talk about their problems, and then behind the screen, look.
Yeah, I thought that was a funny little scene.
Yeah.
Is there anything else in this beginning intros I'm forgetting?
Oh, I mean, there was one little funny part. If you really pay attention to the movie, when they're swinging by and they go to the house, right before the scene where Happy and May are talking, I saw this on a meme too. Peter grabbed that ass and said, "I'm sorry,"
Oh, yeah.
and then
Peter, were you really though?
Come on,
Don't lie.
Just be honest.
Don't lie. It's okay. You're Spider-Man. You save a lot of people. I think you can get one free one here and there.
This is the one time. One time.
But anyways, fucking. So moving forward, Spider-Man gets his identity shit dealt with, but there's repercussions. You know, everyone like hates him. And, you know, he's a big thing, and fucking, he's got the media all over him, and then fucking him, Ned, and MJ can't get into the colleges they want because
MIT.
Because they know he's Spider-Man and they're friends with them.
Yeah. And then they get Peter Parker gets the idea that because he sees a little wizard.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, Miss Doctor Strange," and so he originally goes to Doctor Strange because he thinks, "Oh, maybe I can have him reverse time," right? Gets there. I thought it was just cool how they have like that funny little bond where they're like friends but not really friends. It's more like, "Hey, we saved the world together." Yeah. But it's like all it is. But yeah, so he goes there, asks Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange's like, "I don't have the time stone. I can't do that. And even if I could, that's no, we can't do that. That's stupid.
It's not possible."
Well, no, it's possible, but it would be a bad idea to fuck with time.
Yeah.
So then he's like, "Oh yeah," and so Wong says something. He's like, "Just forget about it, blah blah," and then that gives Doctor Strange the idea. Oh wait, why don't I just erase everyone's memory of that? Like that's really easy. And in the trailer, they make it look like Peter like does something like klutzy, like he like trips and knocks a spell or something. But it turns out like I kind of feel like it's Doctor Strange's fault because he just kind of rushes him into it, but doesn't like tell him like, okay, here's the parameters. Like they would have sat down for 10 minutes and just talked about it beforehand, then the movie would have been fine. Like there would have been no problems.
Yeah, no problems.
But Doctor Strange, he's always like. I felt like this was a really good thing that they get from... They don't show you too much from the comics, but he's, like, really always eager to impress people and be, like, the best. And that's why he's a little arrogant and That's why Doctor Strange gets into a lot of the problems he does, because he's trying shit he probably just shouldn't have.
Yeah.
But anyways, so they start, and halfway through, Peter's like, wait, everyone's gonna forget my name? But, like, my friends and Aunt May and you and blah, blah. So as he's going through, Peter keeps adding stuff, and it keeps fucking up the spell to the point where... It gets too crazy, and Strange had to stop it, and basically, instead of just stopping it, because, like, I don't think he could, it was too far, and he, like, contained it in something, I forget what it was. I forget what the thing's called, but it's that little, like, cube thing.
He says it, like, 4 times in the movie.
Yeah, but, anyways, so then they're like, oh, yeah, I can't, you fucked it up, Peter, and then he's all like, oh, I'm sorry, and... Then, like, Strange mentions, like, I'm sorry, kid, like, it didn't work out with talking to them, it didn't work out this, and Peter's like, wait, I can talk to them? Which, by the way, I felt that was a pretty fair mistake. He's young, like, I probably wouldn't even thought to go talk to him. I probably would just assume, like, oh, fuck, they said no, it's a no. So, he sends him off, because that word shows you, like, okay, we're not really friends, we just saved the world together, so he kicks him out. Peter tries to get the idea to go talk to MIT. Which at this point, it's around here, I forget when, but they show Flash has the blonde hair, like in the comics, so...
Oh, yeah, Flash Thompson.
Which, if y'all don't know, Flash Thompson from the comics gets the Venom suit from Eddie Brock from the government and becomes Agent Venom. So I'm curious if they're gonna try and go that route, which is weird, because I always thought the casting choice for Flash was... weird. I don't see him as Flash at all.
We'll talk about it when we get to the after credit scene. But, I think they might just make, oh god, now I'm forgetting it. Like they did in Spider-Man 3, where, I'm blanking out on everything. I had all this memorized and everything I'm blanking out. Like how, was it Eddie in Spider-Man 3?
Yeah.
How Eddie was just, like, taking photography pictures and then, he just gets... summonized to the goddess symbiote, we'll say. I don't know another term.
Summonized to the goddess symbiote. What the fuck does that even mean?
He got chosen. He was the chosen one.
No, he's just at the wrong place at the wrong time.
I like my saying better.
Anyways, so yeah, I always thought that was a weird casting choice for Flash, but I guess we'll see what happens with them. So yeah, he goes to the bridge to try and talk to one of the people from MIT to get the at least Ned and MJ in, and it's like going and then all of a sudden, boom, explosions, and fucking Alfred Molina, the Doc Ock from Sam Raimi's universe, appears with dyed hair and I think some plastic surgery because that man looking like younger than he did in the other movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, goddamn, and I love it. They don't like really build into it. They just like bam, it's going on.
Yeah, like was good.
So yeah, what do you think first Doc Ock's appearance?
Well, I liked how they made Doc Ock's appearance just like so kind of subtle, but not noticeable. Was that going? It is. It's just yeah. Well, yeah, like subtle, but not really to the point like you wouldn't expect it. Like you would think, oh, it's just someone that you would think like, oh, it's just
yeah. Like if they didn't spoil that in any of the trailers, I don't think anyone would have called that.
Oh yeah, definitely not. Like, and especially because with most of the trailers, no one also expected like the other villains to come in either. Well, I mean, in the trailer, they spoiled Sandman. They
kind of spoiled everything.
Yeah,
at least who's gonna be in it.
Yeah,
minus like Daredevil, I think was the only one.
Oh yeah, they didn't. That's probably like the only.
They were hella rumors, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, Spider-Man transforms back into his Iron Spidey nanotech suit, and which I gotta say I really like. If you notice, when he first gets on the bridge and he takes the suit off or whatever, you notice like the suit got all wrinkly from him putting on. I really like that. It's like small little details like that I like, but they throw a lot of stuff like that in it, which I appreciate. But anyways, Doc Ock like calls out to him and he's like, "Oh, Spider-Man, you think that new suit's gonna save you?" Thinking it's his Peter, and Peter's all confused and he's like, "Where's my machine?" And he's like, "What the fuck are you talking about? I'll help you find it." And he's like, "Stop playing." Then boom, they do battle. And I thought it was so sick getting to see Doc Ock fighting Spider-Man with the Iron Spider arms.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I thought that was so fucking dope, actually.
It just took one saying that Doc Ock said, "I should have killed your little girlfriend when I had the chance," and Spider-Man said, "What'd you say?" Fucking brought out the arms, had a little battle, and then I also thought it was cool that they were able to control Doc Ock's arms with the nanotech suit, like he was able to control it. So that was pretty cool. Yeah.
I was gonna say, it's funny because like going into the old Raimi verse, like that Spider-Man doesn't really have all the crazy tech and anything like that.
Yeah.
So I thought it was funny that they did battle and Peter was able to beat him so easy and just like fucking taking over his bots with his Bluetooth nano. So that was a cool one. And then, as if that wasn't gonna make the crowd go crazy enough, right after we get Green Goblin bomb thrown in, and Green Goblin appears, and damn, that was another good entrance.
Fucking entrance.
Yep, just went right into it. It was just, and yeah, I gotta say both them coming in, it was fucking awesome to see, and I gotta like look at side by side pictures, but I feel like they changed the Green Goblin suit somehow slightly. Like I know they made a new one or whatever, but it looks different than like the original. Like it for sure looks it looks like sleeker for sure. Like the old one looks a little bit like thicker and like whiter or something, but like this one seemed slimmer.
It also had a lot more glossiness than it did the old one.
Yeah, and I feel like there was like black armored pieces.
Oh
where,
yeah,
like, it wasn't armored before, and yeah, I don't know, it just looks slightly different. So I want to see side by side pictures.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, so that was cool. Fucking, they're all fighting, and then if I remember correctly, doesn't Doctor Strange do some where they just all disappeared back?
Yeah, he does some weird spell where
basically just teleport him to the chamber. And then I like that little part where Peter's like, "Where the fuck am I?" And he's looking around, and then Strange scares the fuck out of him. Yeah. And he's like, "Ah!" You could see, too, like, the fear of Doctor Strange, like, how scared he was. Like, what the fuck is going on? But yeah, that's the point to where we get like the basic plot. Doctor Strange like, so yeah, that spell had problems, repercussions, consequences, whatever you want to call it. Some of the things got out from the spell. Basically, what happened was, instead of making people forget who Spider-Man was, it started pulling whoever knew who Spider-Man was from different universes, and a few of those people got out. And so Strange is like, hey, now you gotta fix this shit. This is your problem. And Peter's like, okay, but I need help. So he recruits Ned and MJ. Ned and MJ get there, and it's kind of funny because, you know, they're like, he's like, Scooby-Doo shit, fix it. And MJ's like, well, you're the one that kind of did the spell. This is kind of your fault, too. And he's like, fuck. So, like, gives him a little place set up and kind of helps him out and gives Spider-Man a little way to...
Yeah, can you say a magic word that starts with please? Can you please Scooby-Doo this shit?
Doctor Strange gives Peter some magical enchantment on his thing to basically teleport the people back to his little chamber. Which I like. The part earlier in the video, you see someone throws paint on Spider-Man because like bashing him, and he's trying to wash it off the suit and it's not coming out, so he gets a brilliant idea of just flipping it inside out, and I love how it actually looked. It was pretty fucking sick.
With all the wires and everything like just running through it.
What confused me is, did he like tape an iPad to his chest or something? Because
he taped his iPhone so that they could go
see.
to...
Because I was wondering, I was like, if that was on the inside of the suit, it doesn't make sense. We're just gonna be staring at his chest.
Yeah.
So yeah, confused fuck. So I'm like, did he just tape like his phone? Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, because there was just a shit ton of duct tape right there, and then it got blasted by Electro.
Yeah, which before we actually get into that, I want to say that one of my favorite scenes, like it just looked cinematically beautiful, was that night scene where he's first swinging before he finds Electro, and it's just like really quiet. All you hear is like the air and like birds and stuff like that, and he's just swinging through. Like that scene looked really fucking good.
Oh yeah, they did really good on their animations and their editing that they did.
Yeah. So anyways, we get there, and Peter's like, he doesn't see anyone because, you know, he thinks it's the Green Goblin that's there. Turns out it's Electro, and he goes to shoot Electro, but it goes right through him because like Electro's kind of like pure energy at the moment. And fucking, as they're doing battle, Sandman just out of fucking nowhere, Peter's like, hey Peter, what's up? And Peter's like, hey, I'm finding this dude, can you help me? And he's like, yeah, sure. And so they start battling. They end up taking Electro down for a second, and they're all talking. Electro mentions how like the power feels different here, and so, you know, just a quick little way of starting to explain how his character changes, which I like. They don't explain too much. They're just like, look, he's different. Deal with it. The old version sucks. No one wants it.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's, yeah, fine with me. We don't need a big thing.
Good enough.
Don't need to make a big thing out of it.
Yeah.
So Electro starts getting uppity again. Peter shoots him back in the thing. Sandman freaks out. He's like, what the fuck? And so he's about to fight Peter, and he's like, trust me, it's okay. I didn't do anything. He's like, I don't trust you. So Peter shoots him in there too. That's 2 more down. Which, oh, I forgot to mention that they had the lizard trapped in there, right? Already? Yeah. That's right. Dr. Strange found out because he found the lizard and sent him in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, now we got 2 Raimi villains in there. Or 2 Raimi villains. One of them's caught, and we got 2 of the Andrew Garfield villains in there.
Yeah.
So Peter gets there, and he's like, you know, did you get these people? There's like a sand dude and the electric guy, and like, yeah. Fucking, he's talking to them and mentions, yeah, we gotta send them all back to the universe. I can't remember if this is the part where he mentions, like, they're gonna die or whatever.
Yeah,
or if
it was about their fate.
Or if it was when Norman comes. Oh, yeah, because he talks to him about Norman, which I thought was so weird. Like, at first, Doc Ock answers, like, the first 6 questions, and out of nowhere, he just gets mad. He's like, I don't want to answer your questions. It's like, Peter's like, okay, fuck.
Yeah.
And then immediately after, they're talking about him, and then he goes right back to talking. He's like, no, Norman has to be dead. And like, didn't you just say you didn't want to fucking talk to them?
Yeah.
I was like, okay. So I thought that was a little funny.
I also thought it was funny that they were laughing about his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dr.
Otto Octavius. No, really, what's your name?
Oh, you're serious?
So yeah, then Peter gets the call from Aunt May, like, hey, when your people showed up, and I love it, because it makes sense and it doesn't make sense. Peter runs in thinking, like, oh shit, the worst happened, she's under attack, blah, blah. However, if Peter would have took the second to think about it, like, she called, like, not freaking out, saying she's in danger. He's running in, no one's freaking out or anything, so, like, I would assume nothing bad's happening at that point. Then he goes in, see that Norman's just chilling, talking to Aunt May, and at this point, Norman's in control, and I really like the scene, because in the Raimi movies, you can't really tell if, like, Green Goblin truly has that, like, two personalities. It just seems like he's a dick all the time, really. Yeah. But in this, it really does show the split personalities and how the Goblin is, like, making him do shit. And I like how you kind of get the green and purple color scheme over.
Oh, yeah. It's also funny, too, because I don't know if they purposely did this, but if you look closely enough while...
He's stealing the donuts in the back?
No.
Oh.
No. Well, yeah, I did see that.
I love that. Just Norman's just stealing donuts, pocketed.
But, it's very, like, very small, but hard to see, but I caught on to it. But when he's talking to Peter and May, you can still see that he's wearing his suit.
Oh, yeah, under it? Yeah, he never takes it off.
Yeah, he's just wearing clothes under it.
Yeah.
Or over it.
But yeah, so Norman's like, I need help. Aunt May's like, yeah, these guys are crazy. Are they all like this? Peter's like, yeah, they all got some kind of thing they need help with. And Aunt May's like, you need help? And Peter's like, that's not my responsibility. Which, I notice how some people saying, like, that's not Peter. I hated how he's, like, not want to do it. But that was, like, the whole point of the movie. That was to give you the Uncle Ben and to teach him responsibility. That was all the movies at this point was leading up to that. To give him that lesson and finally learn, you know?
Yeah.
So Peter kind of, like, shrugs it off. He's like, no, I need to send him back. Trust me, it's the right thing to do. Takes Norman back. That's when you find out pretty much almost all of them except for Sandman and Lizard are gonna die when they get sent back.
Yeah.
And Peter's like... He starts having a moment where his conscience kicks in about what Aunt May said, and he's like, can't we help them? We gotta try and save them. Like, they're gonna die. Like, that's not right. Strange is like, it doesn't matter. It sucks, fate. But it's their fate, and, you know, you can't fuck up the timelines and universe and that shit, so... Peter's like... right before Strange is about to send them away, and he's, like, unlocking it and casting the spell or whatever... Peter webs it away, and Doctor Strange's like, don't. To which we get their battle scene to where, you know, it's not like a real fight. They're not trying to kill each other. They're just having, you know, difference trying to convince. But he puts him in the mirror world or whatever, and I like how Peter's like, this is just math. I can do math. And he fucking beats Strange, which is epic. We get, you know, it's a total comic book thing. Spider-Man fights superheroes more than he fights supervillains, so fucking we get that. He takes the sling ring away so he can't get out, and he's trapped for a while. And then Peter begins trying to basically fix them all and save them all so they won't die when they go back.
Yeah.
Let's see. He's fixing them all at Happy's house, and he gets Doc Ock first, where he puts the chip in or whatever to fix the thing so he's back in control. Yeah. And it's funny because for a second you think Doc Ock's dead. And Peter's like, oh shit, wake up, basically.
Yeah.
And, you know, ends up fixing him. You know, wakes up, everything's good, and it's great. You get this moment where Doc Ock's a good guy again, and, you know, you're like, oh shit, like, Peter fixed him. And so he's fucking standing there. They start to work on Electro next, I believe.
Yeah.
Which Electro, you kind of get this vibe of, like, he likes being in this new universe and he doesn't want to be fixed, and you can see, like, the bad guy in him kind of wanting to come out. At that same time, they're working on the cure for Norman in the back while it's getting synthesized, and I don't remember exactly what happens, but all of a sudden Peter's spider sense going off, which this is the best fucking spider sense scene ever.
Oh yeah.
I've always said the MCU does the spider sense really well, and it was nice how it's just subtle moments, but this is when you finally get like a full, like, okay, this is the fucking spider sense. And I like it because it portrays it accurately. You can't, because the spider sense doesn't tell you, oh, okay, this is going to happen right here. It's just like, oh shit, there's danger around.
Yeah.
And so I like that. You get so much anxiety from Peter walking around trying to figure it out, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And I like how Aunt May is just like saging the house in the background.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, and finally, you know, Peter just like closes his eyes and like really focuses, and he realizes, boom, it's Norman. He's acting weird. Tapes him up. Norman's got like a bomb or something, and pretty much shit's about to pop off. To which what Norman says fuels Electro into taking the thing off and throwing a fight. And yeah, everything starts going crazy. Aunt May grabs the cure. They all start battling. It's pretty epic, and dude, the fight scene between him and Goblin in the hallway is actually really fucking dope. Like, it wasn't anything crazy. It was like pretty simple as far as choreography, but like just like the punches that they throw looked real and fucking. I love how crazy Norman just looks there, where he's like getting punched in the face and he just serious, and then just smiles and starts laughing, and I'm like, yep, that's Green Goblin.
Yeah. It was even cool too because I think there was a little interview they did for him after the movie where he said he didn't have a stunt double for any of the scenes.
Yeah, he was like, he wanted to do it all, I think.
Yeah, he wanted to make it as real as possible.
Yeah,
he fucking made it real.
Dude, that's why I love Willem Dafoe. He's such a great fucking actor, dude.
Yeah.
I love him in like everything he's in. But yeah, so Spider-Man, you know, all the villains pretty much escape.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot to mention the. Dude, it's because, like, Lizard is just, like, such a background character. But they bring Lizard, but he's like, I'm just gonna chill in the van. And then it's like, oh, okay.
Alright.
And so, yeah, breaks out of the van. J. Jonah Jameson shows up, sees everything going on. And...
That reminded me when he escaped. J. Jonah Jameson's like, did you see that?
Yeah, I know. And, like, luckily Lizard didn't take off his fucking head.
Oh my god.
The death of J. Jonah Jameson.
I love J. Jonah Jameson just because he literally just only talks shit about Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about what's happening to the other players.
Nah, I gotcha.
I gotcha now, Spider-Man. What about the fucking lizard that just passed?
Yeah, I know. Or, you know, the guy with the lightning blowing shit up, or the giant sand monster. Nah, fuck Spider-Man.
Okay.
But anyways, so Peter's still battling Green Goblin. They get knocked down to the bottom floor. Him and Aunt May are down there. Green Goblin pops in. He gives him the speech, little, you know, villain monologue here, and then throws the Goblin grenade, and boom, explosion goes off. Fucking Peter gets up. Aunt May gets up, and she stumbles at first, and that's how I knew it was bad. I was like, oh, fuck, they're doing this. Mm-hmm. And fucking we end up getting just that really fucking sad scene. Great acting by Marissa Tomei and Tom Holland. I thought that was like, that scene actually made me tear up. That was fucking, that was sad, dude. And we get Aunt May to say the famous line, no, that the correct full line, with great power must also come great responsibility. And fucking, yeah, like how they flipped it. They're just like, you guys seen the Uncle Ben thing, and it works because of the multi-universes. Like, okay, this is gonna be our thing, you know? And, you know, Aunt May passes, and it's fucking heartbreaking, and Peter's about to get arrested. Happy shows up, blocks him with the car to give him a few extra seconds, and then Happy's like, run, you know, run, Peter, and fucking Peter gets shot in the shoulder, which I was like, oh, fuck it. Then he's like, I'm sorry, May, I'm sorry, and he leaves, and we just get that sad scene of him staying on the roof staring at the giant video screen of J. Jonah Jameson just bashing him, and you're like, fuck, dude. It's all bad.
And then it cuts to a scene that is probably everyone's favorite scene.
Well, wait, we gotta work into it.
Well, okay, come on.
You can't just go into that, guys. You're skipping over the details.
Well, I mean, okay, but
so
that's
first,
kind of how it happened.
No, there's a lot that's right. It doesn't just go into it. No, we get to the next scene, and Ned and MJ are chilling, watching the TV, like, oh fuck, where's Peter? And MJ's about to press the button. This is all actually really big stuff. She's about to press the button because she's worried, and she's like, no, we need to fix this shit. And right before she does, like, Ned's freaking out. And he's, like, just talking, you know. He's one of the people like me who talks with their hands.
Mm-hmm.
And because he has the sling ring on, they see the portal open up for a second. MJ's like, Ned, do that again. He's like, I just wish we could see Peter. And it starts doing it again. And so then he starts doing it like the Doctor Strange. And a portal opens up. And who's there? Spider-Man. But runs through. And it's Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. Woo, big surprise. We all fucking knew it was coming though. But yeah, fucking awesome scene.
Great scene. And especially the acting of when they were like, who are you? You're not Spider-Man. You're not the real Peter Parker. And it's like, no, I'm Peter Parker. I mean, and then they were asking, oh, do you the tingling thing? They were like, the tingling thing. Not for bread though.
Yeah, well, and then he's all like he's like sticks to the wall and is hanging on her hand. She's like, crawl around. He's like, no, this is enough.
This is good
and
enough.
After the mom's like, I forget what language she's speaking, but she tells Ned like, hey, can you tell him to get the cobwebs off the ceiling? He's like, yeah, and he goes and does it, walks past, and she's like, okay, that's good enough for now. And so fucking then they're waiting there again. He's like, all right, Ned, try it again. So Ned tries it again, and who comes through? Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man. And I love it how he's just like look like old dad. He's just like in normal clothes. Yeah. He's like just walks in. I love it. It's total like this is such a good way they did it. It was totally like Peter Parker, Sam Raimi, because it's just like, oh hi, I hope you don't mind. I came through the. Oh, it's gone now.
Yeah, it was funny, and then wow, there's a part that I'm missing. And then they were just talking, and then, and then Peter looks at Peter Parker. Well, Peter looks at Peter, or Toby looks at Andrew, and gets confused, and then they do this little, like, web battle. And they're like, wow, damn. And then, damn, what language does the grandmother speak?
I don't know, they never actually said.
Yeah, actually, no, I don't think. Well,
no, they never say.
Yeah, well, put Google Translate to it, and you'll be fine. And then she was like arguing, just like, clean up the mess you did, and they're like, oh, I'm sorry, and then she's like, I'm going to bed.
But if you pay attention, only Andrew starts cleaning. Peter
doesn't. He's just standing there, just like, we're looking for your friend and a bunch of other stuff.
So anyways, yeah, we get the other Spider-Man introduced there. And they mentioned, like, hey, where would Peter go during a rough moment, basically? And, they mentioned, like, oh, mine was the Chrysler Building. And then, Andrew's like, oh, I went to Empire State, better view.
Great.
To MJ realized, like, oh, I know where. And they go to... Fuck, what building was that, actually?
It was, I think...
Was that Feast?
I don't think it was top of Feast. I think it was on top of the school, actually.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. They go somewhere, and, it's a really sad scene. MJ and Ned are just hugging Peter, and he's crying, and, dude, just fucking Tom's acting in this was fucking superb.
Yeah.
I loved it. I thought he did great in this. Yeah, they have their nice little moment, and then MJ's like, hey, there's some people here. And once again, Peter doesn't take time. Like if they were to let you sit there and cry, do you really think it would be like villains that they're just waiting there? Nah. So Peter gets up all freaking out, sees the other Spider-Man. He's like, "Hey, where are you?" Basically, they all talk and shit, explain what's going on, and fucking, Peter's just like so broken, and they tell him about, yeah, fucking, we know what you're going through, Peter. Uncle Ben died, and. Peter mentions, like, it's crazy. Even before May died, she said, with great power, and that's when the others finished the line, must also come great responsibility. And Peter's like, how do you know that? And he's like, it's what Uncle Ben said.
Yeah.
And so...
Which, in this multiverse, did this Peter Parker have an Uncle Ben? Did they ever say?
Yeah, I think they do in the first one, but, like, it's really weird. I don't know what his story is at this point, because they just left it so open.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. It seems like Uncle Ben might have just, like, left or something. Who knows? I don't know. I'm pretty sure he died, though. I don't think they would have changed that part.
Yeah.
But anyways, so, like, yeah, let's team up. We'll cure them, blah, blah. And when they're making the cures, it's funny. Andrew's like, oh yeah, I got lizards, no problem, I already did it. And they're like, oh, okay. And so he does that, and then Tom's looking at the cure for Green Goblin stuff, and Toby mentions like, we're gonna cure them all. That's what we do. And you see Tom's like, I guess. So fucking yeah, they make all the cures, and I like it. It looks like they tried to recreate that meme where they're all
where they're all
because Ned's all like Peter, and he's like, which one? Like
Peter Parker?
It's like that doesn't help. We're all Peter Parker.
Our Peter.
Computer. And he's like, so fucking yeah, and actually, I forgot to mention that scene where Ned's talking to Toby, and he's like, so did you have a best friend? And to which he's talking about Harry. And he's like, yeah, he died in my arms right after he tried to kill me. And Ned's like, oh. And you see this, like, weird, scared reaction from Ned, and I think that's signaling that in the comics, Ned is one of the hobgoblins, so I think that, little spoiler now, skipping ahead, but, after Ned forgets who Peter is at the very end, I think because Peter's not in his life, something bad will happen to him that'll turn him into the hobgoblin. Like, he'll turn bad because of it, and Peter wasn't there to, like, keep him on the side of good. So I think that was kind of hinting at it, and then he's also like, don't worry, Peter, like, I promise I won't try and kill you and become a supervillain. Like, I thought that was, like, a clear, like,
hint.
Oh, shit, you're gonna, if you lose your memory, you're becoming a bad guy.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, we get that. They figure out a plan, and then they have that little moment with the web shooters, and I forgot how they do it. Like, what brought it up all of a sudden?
Oh, yeah, they were, like, confused. I think they were talking about how, like, oh, God.
I forgot how, I think they were putting their web shooters on, and I think Toby's like, what is that? And he's like, what do you mean? We get, this is our web shooters. And then Toby, like, shoots his out, and they're like, whoa, what the fuck? Did that just come out of you? And, yeah, I thought that was funny how they mentioned, like, yeah, you guys can't do this? And they're like, no.
No, it was a hassle to make these.
Like, where does that come out of? I love that part.
Does it come out of anywhere else? Nope, just the wrist.
So, yeah, and then we get the scene where they're all at the Statue of Liberty preparing for the battle after he calls to Jonah Jameson.
I thought it was funny that they added the Captain America shield on it.
Yeah. It was supposed to be a nod because, like, Captain America's gone or dead now, to them, so. But, yeah, I love that whole little scene where they're bonding and they're just, like, talking about the villains they find. They're all like, yeah, I fought an alien. Oh, I fought an alien, too. And Andrew's like, oh, man, I never fought I wish I'd fought an alien.
Yeah.
Which, I'll bring up some stuff later about that, but... that part, I find it funny because, like, he's like, man, I'm lame, and Toby's like, no, you're not, you're amazing, yeah. He was the amazing Spider-Man, and, the Tobey Maguire was based off the Ultimate comic, so it's like, he's the ultimate Spider-Man, and then Peter's, like, the spectacular Spider-Man, so I thought that was kind of cool how it, like, shows the different versions almost there.
Yeah.
And fucking, so yeah, they're setting up, everyone starts showing up, they start battling.
And then they were, like, confused because they didn't know how to, like, do everything.
Yeah, they didn't really, like, plan out well because they were just like, wait, I thought you were Peter too. No, I'm Peter too. Like, oh, shit, blah, blah, blah. So they're all confused, and then they have that moment like, okay, we need to coordinate. Peter's like, it's okay. I worked with the Avengers. I don't mean to brag. And they're all like, oh, that's great. What are the Avengers? Are you in a band? Is that a band? And he's like, it doesn't matter. And so he's like, okay. You're Peter 1, you're Peter 2, I'm Peter 3, and then I love Andrew's just like, Peter 3. He's like, I'm gonna be Peter 1, damn it. But, so we get that, and I love it when they all go off, dude. It's such like a brotherly scene. Andrew's just like, wait, I love you guys.
Yeah.
Both Toby and Tom are like, thank you.
Thank you.
And it's real subtle, but if you pay attention when they all start web slinging off, one of the sickest thing is, like, I think it's Toby's swinging off, and when Andrew jumps off, Tom, like, web shoots off of Andrew's web or something and, like, throws him forward, and it was, like, just a really sick web singing scene.
And then they were also, like, I think they were webbing towards the flame, and then I think it was Andrew, but he shoots both of his web slingers at Toby and Tom, and then just throws
Yeah,
him.
that's what I was talking about, yeah.
It's fucking amazing.
Oh, wait, no, you're talking about the accident one. Yeah, when they were first fighting, yeah, because they're, like, getting in each other's way.
Yeah.
They fucking accidentally, like, they go to web sling off the building, but accidentally web sling one of the Spider-Man. Yeah, that was funny.
Fuck.
Sorry.
Sorry.
But, yeah, so they eventually go through, battle them, cure them all one by one, and it ends with just Electro is left, and Green Goblin, who's not there yet. And also Doc Ock, who's not there, but he's been cured. And Doc Ock shows up because they're all getting the shit beat out by Electro, and it looks like it's going bad. And Doc Ock, like, grabs the Spider-Man, and he's like, they're mine, don't worry about it. And Twitch, you think at first Doc Ock, oh, fuck, he's a bad guy again, something happened. And then, boom, he takes out Electro, and you're like, oh, shit. When he said that, he was talking about you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Puts Spider-Man down, he's like, oh, good job. Green Goblin shows up. Leads to just solo battle between fucking Peter and him, and it gets pretty fucking brutal. You could see Spider-Man's like losing his shit. Yeah, I love this scene. Another great acting scene from Tom. You could just see like he's not fucking playing games. He's here to kill you, dude. And he almost does. He picks up the glider at the end, and he's about to stab him, and who jumps in? Toby Spider. And I just love it because Toby doesn't even say anything. He just looks at him with like this half smile, but also you see like the sadness, and you can see in his face. He's like, "It's okay, Peter. Put it down. Just put it down.
Just go to sleep.
Give me a hug. Give me a hug." And Tom like slowly just starts to put it down, and then boom, Goblin stabs Toby, and Toby's like, and he lives, but I really think he was supposed to die in the original version. And
Probably.
I think there was two reasons why he didn't die. One is they're like, if we kill him, there's going to be riots in the theaters and people will actually die.
Definitely.
And two, I think Kevin Feige has a little soft spot for Toby because, like, he worked on those movies, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling he wants to bring Toby back for something. Not like a full movie, but like a small part like this again, where maybe you just get to see him and AJ together with the kid or something, you know?
Yeah.
Or like, you know, this old man Peter, whenever Spider-Verse.
Oh, which, referring back, I think when they were talking about, when they were curing, or when they were making the cures, they were talking about, like, their Mary Janes and, like, Gwen and all that. And, then they were asking, oh, how's your Mary Jane doing? And then Toby goes, it's complicated. I'm pretty sure that's hinting that they had a kid or something.
Yeah, because they said he works it out and figured it out. So I take it he's learned how to be Spider-Man and Peter. But I think the complication is, they have a kid. And I'm guessing the kid is Annie Mae Parker or Mayday Parker from the comics, who also has Spider-Man's powers.
Yeah.
But anyways, we get that. And Toby is hurt but not dead. Fucking Peter. Oh, I forgot. Halfway through, Doctor Strange made it out.
Oh yeah.
And Ned and MJ's like, wait, Peter's actually doing it. Don't be an idiot and to stop this. And Strange's like, oh fuck. And I like this because I think Strange's character is probably the best in this than any of the movies. Like, it's the most comic accurate because like Strange is a very arrogant person, and he knows he's not, like, the most morally good. He doesn't always make, like, the right decision. You know, he makes a decision just because he wants to be right. Mm-hmm. And I think he sees a lot in Spider-Man, like, you are the best of us. Like, you're a good fucking hero. You know, you're always making the right decision. So, you know, he tries to help, and he sees that the world's breaking, and tries to hold it off while the battle's going on. But anyways, the Cure, Green Goblin...
which, an amazing fucking toss by Andrew.
Yeah. And fucking, another great scene by Willem Dafoe when you see him turn back to Norman and not Green Goblin. You're like, okay, he's a good guy again. Peter starts having this chat with Strange, like, fuck, is there any way we can fix this? He's like, no. And he's like, well, what if we do the spell the original way we're supposed to do? No modifications, everyone forgets. And you can see, like, this is the scene where they're actually friends now. Because you can see Doctor Strange, like, just a little bit sad and like almost he almost wants to tear up, but he's like, everyone will forget you. No, we can't do that. And Peter's like, we have to. And he's like, okay, go say your goodbyes. And he's like, all right, goodbye, sir. And he's like, please call me Steven. And he calls him Steven. He's like, still sounds weird, but I'll let it pass.
Yeah. Oh, and then when they're wait, no, is that a little bit after they were chatting? when Doctor Strange was trying to like close up the portal, or not the portals, but the breaks in time up in the sky. You can also see different little villains from different.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people. I didn't see them all, but it was weird. A lot of Scorpion's in there, but it's not Scorpion. It's a literal fucking Scorpion.
Yeah.
So I was confused, and I'm like, are they gonna make like Scorpion like the way they did Rhino in Amazing Spider-Man? I'm like, please don't. Please don't.
And then Rhino was in there too.
Craven, I think, was in there.
Yeah.
I heard Black Cat.
I did not. Okay. The only two I was able to catch, or actually the only three, was Craven,
I only caught Scorpion.
Rhino, and Scorpion. Those are the only three I could catch. I did not see Black Cat. But if you watch it like a bunch of times in a row, you'll find it. But like, yeah.
But so they do the spell. He says goodbye to MJ and Ned, and he's like, "Look, I'll come find you guys. I'll make you remember." Blah blah blah. To which it's really sad. MJ says, "I love you," and as Peter's trying to say it, she's like, "No, say it to me when you come get me." He swings off, and a couple months go by. You see, like, the spell works, whatever. Everything goes back to normal. Everyone forgets. And Peter has a little letter written to try and make them remember. It goes into MJ's work, sees them there, and right before he's about to do it, he sees the Band-Aid on her forehead from the cut that she got, and I think that's what cemented him. Like, he ends up not trying to make them remember because he sees they get into MIT, and I think he's just like, I don't want to screw up their life again. Like, they look really happy. They don't deserve that, you know.
Yeah, they don't deserve. They don't deserve everything that happened all over again.
Yeah.
Like that.
So he just kind of leaves, and it's a sad moment, especially because you're just like, fuck, dude. He didn't even get to say "I love you" to her.
Yeah.
And we go in and see him moving into an apartment, which it looks looks just like the Tobey Maguire apartment from the movies. So I wonder if that's the same one or if they just made it look a lot like it. And we see, like, I actually fucking love this scene because it sets the tone of what the next Spider-Man movies are, which, here's one thing I'll say. I love the MCU Spider-Man. I love Tom Holland, but one of my problems with it is, like, we never got grounded base level Spider-Man where he's just, like, swinging through the streets dealing with his, villains. We got Super Avenger Spider-Man. And now looking back, I was like, I think it makes sense because we weren't going to have, like, Iron Man and Captain America in forever. So we had to get him in all those stories, especially because they didn't have him in the MCU fully, technically. So I think it was nice. We got all those now, and now we can get normal Spider-Man stories with the way it was like a soft reboot. And I just love it. That last scene, you see him swinging through the city in his new suit. And oh my god, it is the best fucking Spider-Man suit from the MCU.
Yeah, MK4.
Well, I don't know. I don't think it is. It looks like it because it's really, like, glossy, but I have a feeling it's not. It's going to be regular full cloth suit, like, maybe not even have the moving eyes. Yeah. But, yeah, you could tell, like, he got inspiration from the other Spider-Man suits. And I love it because it looks like the fucking comics. And it's hard to tell because they don't give you, like, a full you can see the suit.
Yeah.
But, dude, it's so, like, blue. The red and blue are, like, comic red and blue. And, like, it's shiny.
It's like the traditional red and blue suit.
Yeah, and just him swinging through New York and it's, like, snowing. I'm like, dude, this is a fucking... what's his name? John Romita? There's this one comic artist, I think his name's John Romita. It looks just like one of his, like, fucking drawings, dude. It looks so beautiful. But yeah, after that we get an end credit scene where we see Venom was there the whole time.
Yeah.
And he gets sent. I love it, and I hate it. Like, he's in the MCU, and then for like a split second, and boom, Venom's gone. Yeah. Which is really weird because it leaves the symbiote, a piece of him. Now, here's my whole thing, is, like, the way they did this doesn't make sense. There's a million other easy ways they could have done it, and they made it, like, the most complicated. And to me, it doesn't work, because when he got sent back, all of Venom should have got sent back, even that little piece.
But, if you saw the second Venom movie, which I don't think you have, it kind of gives you a little bit more, of how, like, he got there. Because it was the same way they did it for Carnage, too. Like, the way...
Well, I know. All the symbiotes know who Peter is because all the symbiotes have a mind high after multiverse. It's a thing from the comics. But what I'm saying doesn't make sense is... Like, there was way easier ways they could have done this. Like, they didn't have to use that Venom. They could have made it so, like, anyone from the MCU, like Guardians of the Galaxy, Captain Marvel, Thor, found a Venom symbiote in space. Like, it didn't have to come from an alternate universe. Because now, technically, there could be 2 Venoms in the MCU. There could be MCU Venom and the Sonyverse Venom piece that's left. So, like, it just didn't make sense to me. It was cool, but it was also weird. Like, there was a way easier ways they could have done that. But I think it's just because Sony wanted a piece of their Venom in the MCU. But, yeah, so I think that, though, was also a way to cement, like, okay, you guys aren't going to get Tom Hardy versus Tom Holland ever. And this, I want to go back to this because I was saving it. So, when Andrew mentions, like, I want to fight an Alien 2 or whatever, because they all fought him, I think that was them saying Andrew Garfield is coming back as Spider-Man. Because, like, they're doing all this shit. And if you pay attention in the trailers, like, a lot of people at first thought it was Tobey Spider or the PS4, but then people are saying it was a picture of Andrew and how it called him murder. And he mentioned earlier, like, oh, after Gwen died, I stopped pulling my punches. I got really angry. You know, I became, like a darker Spider-Man. So I think Andrew's going to be the Spider-Man of the Venomverse, basically.
Oh, yeah,
and we're going to get Tom Hardy versus Andrew. And this Venom piece is going to make the Venom for the MCU, and we'll get Tom Holland versus whatever Venom, if they ever cast and make a Venom in the MCU.
Yeah. Which they might make it just Flash Thompson from that.
That's what I'm thinking, honestly. Flash might get that Venom. Like, I have a feeling like Peter will get the Venom suit in one of his movies. We'll get that whole story, and then eventually it'll go to Tom somehow.
That reminds me, what is the actor's name?
But yeah, I really like how it was like a soft reboot for Spider-Man at the end. I thought it worked really well, and it's giving me what I've finally fucking wanted in the MC Spider-Man, which is normal ground level Spider-Man, not Avengers Spider-Man.
Let's see.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. And apparently there was another end credit scene way after that for the it was like a Doctor Strange trailer for the next movie.
The Doctor Strange trailer.
Which I didn't see it, so I didn't realize. I didn't realize there was 2 credits.
I completely forgot about it, but the trailer for the new movie is super cool. It kind of has the same twist as it does for this. Yeah. Because it shows you
the evil Doctor Strange from what I heard from and people are thinking it's the same exact one from the What If cartoon.
Yeah, I think so.
This could be pretty fucking dope. I'm excited for it. But yeah, that is our review of Spider-Man No Way Home. It is probably going to be my favorite superhero movie for a while. Y'all need to go check it out. It is super worth it. Now, before we close out of here, we're going to go through one more little segment. We're going to do a top 5. Today's top 5 will be top 5 Spider-Man suits. So, real quick, Jake, you want to do yours first?
Yeah, so, honorable mentions, real quick. One of my honorable mentions is Spirit Spider. It's this white suit with this skull type of mask that's on blue fire. I just like...
Looks like Ghost Rider.
Yeah, it's essentially Ghost Rider, just Spider-Man. But, I just like the design of it, and especially with the fire. Like, if you played the Spider-Man game for the PS4, and you're just swinging in night, it just looks so cool. That's why it's in one of my honorable mentions. Another one is the symbiote suit. Classic. I especially liked it when it was in the Spider-Man movie, and in the comics, too. It looked pretty cool. Another one is Miles Morales' suit from Spider-Verse, because he did his own little twist to it where it looked like it was graffiti paint spray on it.
Well, it was.
It was graffiti paint spray, and it just looked so cool, and they added the drippage and everything. And then also the Fantastic Four spider suit. The bag version of it, because that's just fucking hilarious.
Bagman.
Yeah, literally Bagman. Well, Bagger.
No, that's his name. He
just Bagman? Oh.
It's the Bagman suit.
Oh. Well, I just thought it was funny, so... Alright, now to the actual top 5, what you guys have been waiting for. So for my 5th favorite Spider-Man suit, has to be the Noir suit. The Noir Spider... however you say it. My pronunciation is trash, but, I like it because it's in my fifth because one, it has that like 19 or like that Al Capone the vibe to it, like that style to it that I
Noir.
love. Yeah,
The noir.
hence the name. And oh wow, I just forgot everything I was saying. No, came back. And also it's a stealthy suit too. I loved how they did the top hat and everything. The design for it was beautiful. Loved it all. That's why it's my fifth. But promise the other one comes better. But my fourth favorite, which is gonna be kind of an interesting one, but it's the Ghost Spider suit, or the Gwen suit as they call it, or as I call it, because it's easier for me to remember. I love the reason why it's my fourth is because I love the design of it, and it also has the same thing with the web shooters, where it is the little cartridges, and I like how they added the hood, and the white and the black and the pink goes well together. The design of it is amazing, and also I was going to originally include it as the suit, but there's a part where in the comic, I believe, where she gets attacked by a symbiote, and it just makes her whole entire suit look even better. Like it adds more tech or more details to it, and I like it. And then my third favorite, the top three now. Third suit has to be a classic, the 2099 spider suit, but in white. I like the white one better than the blue one, even though the blue one is more original. To me, the white one just, I don't know. I just feel like that in the day, like if you're webbing and everything, fighting, you wouldn't be as clear. And also, in the game too, for the PS4 game, he had some random ability that just helped you, and I thought it was amazing. And I love the style of it, and the little, why can't the
spikes.
Yeah, the spikes. Why was that such a hard word for me? The spikes
Batman
on it.
spikes.
Yeah, it literally looked like it was just Batman just punching, doing the combos, hitting the webs. It's an amazing suit. And then for my second favorite suit, has to be Iron Spidey. I'm from the comics, not the ones from the movies. I love the red and gold. I just think it fits way better than the blue, red, goldish type color. Is that what it was?
The MC, yeah, it's literally just his normal suit with the gold arms over it. That's it.
That was it. And the red and gold just fits way better because there's a lot more red, and there's a little, not a little bit of gold, but I like how the spider emblem is gold, and also the way they did it in the MCU, it doesn't look like actually. It looks more webified, I guess, as I could say, than the actual Iron Spidey suit than in the comics, and also the comics are way better in my opinion. But yeah, there's not really much to explain. And my favorite suit ever has to be the MK2 spider suit, the black and the gold, and especially the little vest, the little collar that's on it too is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And also there was a fight scene in that comic too that I really liked, but now I can't really remember it. God damn it. I hate myself. But I really liked the red and the gold, or not the red and the gold, the black and the gold, the little collar too. And also I like the mask cuz I did it like Toby's mask in Naruto, where it's like kind of just like there's like it's cut on, so like you could just boom put it on and then boom take it off, and then they also I just really like the suit. Yeah. And then also the like how Peter has the white little spots on his eyes where it moves. It's just a line of just pure flashiness and stuff like that. I really like it.
Nice. So run us through back your list again.
So oh god. So first one is Noir. Second one is
start
Ghost.
at 5.
Oh yeah, no. sorry, 5 is Noir, 4 is Ghost Spider, 3 is 2099 Spider Suit in white, second is Iron Spidey Suit in the comics, and my favorite MK2 Spider Suit.
Nice. I like them. You're probably going to see a couple of the same ones interchangeable in mine. So for my honorable mentions, I got the classic, of course, the symbiote suit.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing. You just gotta love all the new powers he gets with it, and it looks dope in black.
Mm-hmm.
I also got give an honorable mention to the electrically insulated suit, which you can see in the game, which I have a soft spot for this one because I used to have an action figure of it.
Oh,
Spider-Man.
really?
Yeah, so I used to love that fucking. I just thought it was so cool. It was like all padded, and he just looks like he was like a boxer or something.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
But a couple other ones. I got the MK4, which that is that's the armored one, right? Yeah, that's like the silver and black armored one, I believe. Oh no, that's the MK1. The MK4 is the other, the blue and red one that looks like the end of the suit. It has like the gold kind of eyes.
Oh yeah.
It's supposed to be like his fabric suit, but with some tech on it, basically. Also, gotta give a shout out to the negative suit.
Oh yeah.
The stealth, or AKA big time suit. Mm-hmm. The MK1, which that's the silver and gold one. It's like super just armor. Mm-hmm. And also the Aaron Eichmann suit, because that one just looks dope.
Remind me which that one.
That's the one from the game. It looks like he's got like almost like the sweats are a little bit baggy on him. It's kind of armored. It looks like.
Oh yeah.
It looks like he's in like a Power Ranger suit almost.
Yeah. That rings a bell.
But getting into my actual top 5, at number 5, gotta go with the MK3. That's the like red and black one. It's like super armored. It looks like something Iron Man would have designed. It's just super badass looking.
Kind of looks like a Deathstroke type suit.
Yeah, something like that. I thought the design was like super fucking cool. Mm-hmm. Number 4, I gotta go with the Scarlet Spider, the Ben Reilly hoodie version.
Oh yeah.
I just always liked it. You know, it was the fucking 90s denim hoodies. Fucking, it was just cool. And just, you know, I like hoodies, so fucking always like really fucked with that suit. But number 3, I gotta go with the Iron Spidey suit from the comics. That gotta love that red and gold, man.
Yeah.
I was really disappointed when the MCU didn't make it more comic accurate. I thought that was so trash. Don't get me wrong, it looks cool for its own thing, but it's not the Iron Spidey suit.
Yeah, it's not the original.
It's the Stark suit with Iron Spidey's arms, but no Iron Spidey suit.
At least they kept the arms gold.
That's literally all it is.
That's all I liked about it.
The red and gold looks just so sick, and not only that, he's got like these big old gold eyes, and it's just fucking, it's dope as shit. So I have to put that one at number 3, which number 3, number 2, and 1 over time they can get changed, swapped out, but that's where I'm at today. But at number 2, I gotta go with the opposite version of Jake's 2099 blue suit.
Yeah.
I always really liked Miguel O'Hara, and I thought when I first seen his suit, it was one of the sickest ever. I like that he had, you know, the Batman spikes. I like that he's got like claws and shit. He's got the webbing, and just like having the more blue over it with just hints of red, I thought like works a lot better. Mm-hmm. So I have to go with that, number 2. But at number 1, which like I said, these 3 could be changed. But today I gotta go with the Noir suit. I love the steampunk, like, 1920s aesthetic that it has. Always really loved the fucking aviator goggles. I like how he'd be rocking the fucking fedora and trench coat randomly.
Yeah.
It was just like, I always liked the, like, 1920s looks and, like, aesthetic. I don't like the time, you know, because fucking racism, but the look and shit of that time and era was so dope. So I thought a Spider-Man suit based off that, where it's really dark and it's just, you know, pure black suit. He looks like just like an aviator or like a train conductor almost. It's fucking sick.
Plot twist, he went against the Penguin. No, I'm joking.
But yeah, so I got Noir at number 1. But real quick, at number 5, I got the MK3. At number 4, I got the Scarlet Spider Ben Reilly hoodie. At number 3, I got the comic version of Iron Spidey. At number 2, I got the blue suit 2099. And at number 1, I got the Noir suit. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed our review and our top 5s. Thanks for chilling with us in the Wolfden. Don't forget, if you like the show, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And drop some comments below, Let us know what other stuff you'd like us to review, talk about, top fives.
Cover.
What were your favorite suits? What did you think of Spider-Man No Way From Home? What do you think about the direction that Spider-Man's going in? And what are some of your theories? Let us know down below. But, yeah, if you guys really want to go further to support us and, help us out, hit the links I got below. I got a bunch of music out. Some stuff coming. I got a bunch of trailers. We also got a D&D show, which at the time of recording this, it'll be dropping tomorrow, but when you watch this,
it should probably already be out.
It might be out. We might even be on episode 2 or 3. I don't know when I'm going to drop this yet, but yeah, check all those out. Go buy and stream any of the albums. Perception 7 here will actually be coming out on a future album of mine. He helped me with a little beat, did the guitar work on that. It's really fucking sick. Really like that song.
Yeah, it came out great.
But yeah, thanks for chilling with us here in the Wolfden, guys. We'll see you next time. Peace.
How did I know we were doing that?